Hello guys, and welcome to another YouTube video by Blade. This is going to be a video much like my last video, which was a Zerg vs Protoss engagement video, and this is pretty much the same concept, except this is going to be Zerg vs Terran. I'm going to be going over how to engage the Bioball army with Widow Mines. As you can see, he's got about, well, that's not how many Widow Mines. He's got 10 Widow Mines, a bunch of Marines, and bunch of medevacs. We're both almost maxed, and I'm going to be going over a few games showcasing different variations of how I'm engaging this army, and then I'm going to show a couple games where I engage badly. So, this is something in ZVT that I think is something Zergs need to be doing again. I got lazy at the end of Wings of Liberty, and I've just recently started doing this again, and this is so far just an amazing way to engage it. So, as you can see, I have a group of Ling Baneling here with an Overseer. And then I have a group of Ling Baneling with the Roaches I made in the earlier game, which just haven't died yet. So I'm setting up a flank, and this makes it much easier to engage this army, this Marine, Widow Mine, you know, the army. And the reason why this makes it better is, for starters, since you're not attacking from one direction, all those Widow Mines aren't going to just crush everything when you accidentally have a group of units. Since you're hitting from multiple directions, the Widow Mines are going to fire everywhere and not just in a clump of units, so it's not going to get them all. It's kind of hard to explain it in the better than I'm trying to think. And the way you just... And his army can't run there. That's actually the most important detail about the flanking, is... So his army is going to be like right here, and he's going to be like, oh, here comes his army, I'm going to run back and let my Widow Mines just kill his army, or, you know, most of it, and then I'll kill the rest. But he can't run away, because then this group comes from behind. If you time this correctly, he's going to run backwards, and he's going to run into this group, which then he's going to be like, ah, shit, and all his units die. That's pretty much the very basic variation of what the intention is, and it's very, very powerful. I've been doing this again, and because I'm trying not to be as lazy anymore, and it's just super powerful. So I'm going to kind of showcase this. I mean, as you can see, he flanks, and he just can't get anywhere. He's kind of just loses his army. Now, it's kind of hard to see, so I'm going to go over that again, and I'm going to go over a slower motion. Okay, well, not that slow. Didn't mean to back up so far. Okay. So, I mean, as you can see again, here's his army. He's splitting it up. Flank here, flank here. I mean, we're pretty even in supplies. And so now I'm attacking. His Widow Mines are burrowed except for 3. And he just can't, like, his Widow Mine shots are taking out units, but it's not enough. And as you can see, he just kind of loses a bunch of army. And now, in supplies, we're pretty even for the moment. So that's because I haven't spent all my larvae yet. And I'm also Hive Tech. So I'm kind of waiting for my Ultra Cavern to finish, and I'm just going to make a bunch of Ultras and whatnot. So that was kind of one way to showcase this, and I'm going to go into the next video, or the next replay. Alright guys, this is another video showcasing a proper engagement of the Bio Widow Mine army. Now, obviously, I tried to snipe one. So another thing that you should always be doing, and this is going to kind of showcase this before I do the actual flank, is you should also be sending in a few Ling Baneling at a time. Not too many Banelings, like maybe 2, but you mainly want to send in Lings, because you want to try to have these mines detonate on as few units as possible, because this makes the flank much stronger, and it makes engaging the army much more cost effective. The less mines he has that fire, the more damage, or the less damage his army can do, and you can just win this fight even more one-sided. And I do that in this engagement, as you will see, so I'm going to go normal, so I can kind of showcase this. I mean, as you can see, I'm kind of sending in Lings, trying to get them all fire. So right now, he's got all but one Widow Mine that can do anything right now. And here comes the flank from the bottom and top, and notice he's ahead in supply by a decent amount. And I just absolutely crushed this, because he can't run, he can't micro when you're surrounded on both sides. And I kind of just crushed everything, and his army just dropped, whereas I lost very little. The units, most of the units I lost were Banelings, and considering how he lost like almost his whole army, was very, very cost effective. Now I'm going to go over that again. So he's got no Widow Mines that can fire, well, except one. And as you can see, I just got a bunch of Ling Bane, and you're just going to see his army isn't going to be able to... He just can't micro, he can't spread his units, so the Banelings get really good hits. I mean, he's spreading his units beforehand, obviously, but he can't, like, micro back, and he's just kind of surrounded. And I think he actually also might have been distracted for whatever reason. But that's another proper way to engage the Bio Ball, the Bio Ball plus Widow Mines. Flanking just makes it so much stronger, just because of the fact that Widow Mines can't really do much, or they still do a lot. And another thing you should be doing when engaging is you should be selecting your units and trying to spread them out manually. It can be kind of a pain, but it is a necessary thing to do. When you're going to engage the army, you should be selecting and trying to right-click units out of the way, just to kind of spread your units a little bit, so that the one Widow Mine shot doesn't kill 50 Lings. Instead, it kills maybe 15, or if you're lucky, only 2. But if you can manually start, like when you engage, make sure to spread some units to the left, right, you know, just try to spread your units so that those Widow Mine shots don't get amazing hits. Because one Widow Mine shot so far, the highest kill I think I've seen with a Widow Mine shot was like 40 Ling and Bane. It was like 40 units at once. Maybe it was 35, I can't remember. It was between 35 and 40. And that's a lot. That is huge. One shot like that, that is, you know, that's 20 supply down the drain in like one shot. So you obviously want to avoid that. And if he gets that 3 times, you're just going to get melted. So yeah, so I think I'm going to show one more proper engagement, and then I'm going to go over a couple bad engagements. Alright guys, this will be the last video showcasing the flanking maneuvers and best engaging the Widow Mine army. And then I'm going to show a couple some bad engagements and all that fun stuff. So again, as in the previous two, Ling Baneling here, got my mutas somewhere here, and my flank here. And he has 5 Widow Mines, and which isn't that many, but yeah. Okay, so supplies are pretty even. So he just kind of burrows his Widow Mines. I see his army, and I'm starting to move in. Again, you do want to time this pretty correctly. You want to engage with both at the same time. As you can see, these Lings are just going to detonate all 5 mines. Wait, that's it. That flank right there, those Lings were the most cost-effective Lings you could ever have. Those 5 Widow Mines did almost nothing to my army, and he lost everything. And he couldn't run out of it, because as you can see, I mean, so here's this, and it actually did more damage to him because, look, this is 10 Lings? That's 11 Lings right there that are going to set off 5 Widow Mine shots that are even going to kill some Marines. As you can see. So yeah, he killed about 10 Lings there. Yeah, he killed 10 Lings there. That's it. With his Widow Mine shots. And his army couldn't run, and he just kind of lost everything. And notice, again, I want to go over this one last time. Notice how even in supply we were. Literally, I'm only 13 ahead. That isn't much. That's pretty normal. This isn't I wasn't so one-sided in anything. I think both are 2-2s. I think mine might have finished. Nope, mine did not finish for this engagement. I don't think. Nope. And I mean, as you can see, just look at his supply. 166. It just absolutely plummets mine. I lose not even 20 supply. That flank just completely... He loses 50 supply and I lose 20. That's obviously in the Zerg favor. And, I mean, that's just how you should want to engage it. And again, spreading your units, so like, I'm just going to do it with this. I can't really, I don't know, can I do take command with... I wonder if I can do it. Oh, I can. So I'm just going to showcase this real fast. So when I'm talking about splitting, when you're engaging an army, you should be doing literally just like spam clicking, trying to get rid of it, spread your units, so that you don't obviously have them attack moves still, so that they attack. But if you just spread your units, kind of like this, if you're gonna attack, and then here's the Widow Mines, you just start spreading your units a little bit. It can be a little bit of a pain, and it's kind of hard to showcase right now because I'm not used to playing these settings. But yeah. So now I'm going to showcase a couple some bad engagements, and how you should not engage the Bioball army. Alright, so I kind of lied actually. This is going to be a semi-good engagement, but semi-bad, so this is actually going to be a good one anyway. There's probably going to be multiple I'm going to show from here, but I'm obviously not going to have the replay. Yeah. So, what kind of happens in this engagement is I actually go for kind of a three-way flank, but I kind of mess it up. And that's kind of how you don't want to engage the army. So I'm just going to kind of go to it. He's got a lot more Widow Mines. He's got about 8. Yeah, he's got 8. So I'm going to do a three-way flank. A little army here. These lings are going to attack from up here. If I had some banelings, these would be better. Or maybe it's these ones too, I can't remember. And then these are going to attack here. So it's going to be a three-way flank, but I'm going to mess it up just a little bit. So as you can see, I'm kind of hitting from 3 different angles, but I'm not splitting my units. Notice how much... And that's kind of why that engagement went badly right there. So, I do end up holding this, thanks to the reinforcements and whatnot, but this is also... I mean, this was... I should have crushed this. But I let a couple Widow Mine shots just do some really good damage. And I mean, I hold, and he's gone. And I win the fight, but this engagement could have gone a lot better. I'm going to go over this again. Because, as you can kind of see, this Widow Mine shot, let's see how many kills it gets before it dies. Oh, can't see it. Okay, well I lost a lot of units there. That was a big chunk of units. This Widow Mine shot only killed 1, 0, 1, 0. So these Widow Mine shots actually haven't done much over here. But let's see. Actually, these Widow Mine shots really didn't do that good in general. But kind of the main problem was if I didn't have enough banelings and I didn't have enough units to hit from all sides, which is why my ground army just kind of didn't kill his. And that one Widow Mine shot really was big. He got quite a few banelings and quite a few lings. Because imagine this, I only have 4 banelings when I probably would have had, let's see, how many more would I have had? When I would have had 7. So I only lost 3 banelings in there. It's kind of funny. I also should have had more banelings in this engagement. As you can kind of see, I only have 10 banelings. Versus this kind of army, you should have a lot more. I should have banelings hitting from all sides, and I should have more than 10. I should have probably more like 20 to 30 minimum. 20 to 30 is a very good number that you should have, because if I'd had 20 to 30 and did the flank, this army would have melted. But with only 10, the fact that I did so well kind of just shows the mess up. I mean, he kills quite a few there, and it's just, again, I hold, but my army didn't do anywhere near as well as it could. That was partly because I didn't have enough banelings, which is something to notice. I could have spread my units better, which is something you need to be doing. Obviously, you can't perfect it every time, but you should be spreading those units better, because if I'd had 10 more banelings and I'd spread my units a little better, especially versus that one Widow Mine shot, this army would have just melted, and I would have been pretty far ahead. And now I'm just going to go stop this video and look for the next bad engagement. Alright, so here comes a really bad engagement by me with this, he's going to push up here, get some Widow Mines down, and I'm going to attack really stupidly into it and lose my whole ground army to pretty much 3 Widow Mines. And this is again just to showcase how to not engage this army. So he's moving up here, and I'm not aware of it till now, but something you should be doing is you still shouldn't attack as dumbly as I did. I should have sent half my units up here, or maybe I did. Anyway, should have your half units up here and half down here, because watch this engagement. So I try to send some lings forward, and I get rid of one Widow Mine shot, which is good. But then I attack here, and just watch what happens. Bam! I just lose a ton of my Ling Baneling to 2 Widow Mine shots. I lost 20 lings almost. 20 Ling Baneling to that, which is really bad. You shouldn't... When you lose almost 20 to 1 Widow Mine, that's really big. Imagine if I had engaged this properly. If I hadn't suicided all my Ling Baneling, what I should have honestly done, I should have sent all these lings, because then these 4 Widowmine shots would have gotten fired, and I would have had a bunch of banelings left, as well as these units, and I would have been able to kind of hold this off pretty easily. But instead, I lose most of my army to a few Widowmine shots. I mean, I drop in supply quite a bit there. So if I had my whole army, I could have crushed this. But instead, I have to retreat, and he kills my 4th. And that's just kind of a very poor engagement on my part, which is what I'm showcasing. In that position, you should, if you have to send 15 lings to their death, 20 even, to get 4 Widowmine shots, it's worth it, as long as you have banelings. You get rid of these Widowmine shots, and your Ling Bane Muta can just clear up the army a lot easier than if not. And I mean, yeah, so he's going to kill the 4th. If I hadn't lost all those units and I'd lost just some lings and I could have gotten rid of it, then I would have held this base and I would have been in a very good position. Instead, those Widowmine shots killed a lot of my units, which resulted in him being able to kill the space, which is never good. And, yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to go look for another part. Alright guys, this is going to be the last video, kind of showcasing a bad engagement. This is going to be a pretty quick showcasing because while he doesn't have many Widowmines, I'm going to show you the how this was a very bad engagement on my part and how you should never engage like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to attack from one angle, which is not good when you're doing Mutiling Bane, and as well as the fact that I'm going to attack here, which is a smallish choke, so we can kind of trade a lot more cost effectively. So I mean, as you can see right here, I kind of engage here, and this just isn't very good for many reasons. This Widowmine shot kills 7 units, which isn't like a lot, but it's it's just kind of the point I'm trying to make is attacking up like that is very, very bad. Imagine if this guy had had more than 3 Widowmines and they were parked here and I attacked up there, I would have lost my whole army and there would have been nothing he can do. It's just, or nothing I can do. It's just something you don't want to do as a Zerg player. Don't attack up here. Don't, if you're going to attack up here, try to get a units around here and try to flank. Attacking in one angle is just not very good with Mutiling Bane because Widowmine shots are 100 times more effective if you don't flank. And it's just something that Zergs need to start doing more when doing the Mutiling Bane style. You can do Roach Hydra and stuff, but I'm not a fan, and this video isn't about why I don't like that. So, that's really actually about it for this one. Again, if you have any suggestions, please go to the Team Liquid thread that is linked in the description of this YouTube video. And give me ideas that you want, suggestions, something you need help with, and I'll see if I can do a video on it or, you know, any of that. So if you want to know when my next video is going to come out or anything, or you want to watch my live stream, which I commentate most of the time, follow my Twitter at Blade555, or my stream, which is Twitch TV, Blade5555555s. And thanks for watching, guys. Hope this video helped you out, and hopefully you can increase that ZVT1 percentage. Thanks for watching. Peace.